Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. I'm just going for a bit of a walk and talk at the moment, and it's a little bit overcast. There's a gentle southerly breeze just blowing through Sydney. It's a lot cooler today than what we thought it was going to be. I was expecting it to be a lot warmer, up around the 30s. But it may not reach 30 today, but I think tomorrow's going to be a bit of a scorcher as we're finishing off springtime here in Australia. But let's keep going. What I'll do is I think I'll head up to my favourite little spot. Or actually I'll go down here in front of the Museum of Contemporary Art and along the Overseas Passenger Terminal and have a bit of a chit chat. Today I want to cover off on another book summary. I love these book summaries. For those who are interested, there's a website called Best Book Bits, which has probably about 400 or 500 books from all different disciplines that have been summarised, read, digested and summarised for your benefit. And it's free of charge, and the summary can either be in written form, so you can get a written summary that you can just read through, or you can get a audio summary where somebody actually reads their summary to you. So as we said, it's all free of charge. It's available to you if you go to Best Book Bits. And today what I'll do is I'm going to chit chat and talk to you about one of those book summaries that I found very interesting, and it's called Master Your Wow. Master Your Wow. And it's written by an author named Vishal Morjaria. Vishal Morjaria. And it's an awesome book, a great book with some really interesting points. And what we'll do is we'll just talk about a few of those points and see where it leads us. But the author kicks off his book with a bold statement, a very interesting statement, where he says that if you follow the crowd, you will go no further than the crowd. How profound is that? If you're a crowd follower, then all you're going to do is be one of the mob. You're not going to stand out, and you're going to be limited by their ambition or their journey. And this includes family, it includes social circles, it includes corporate environments, you name it. Wherever you are, you need to assess. You need to assess the mob and the crowd and who you're with, and figure out whether or not you want to continue to be part of the mob, or you want to venture out and seek greater adventures with your life. And the author goes on to say, well, you can be part of the mob, you can hang out with the mob, you can find shelter in the gang, or you can create your own impression. You can become your own mob leader. So his call to action, like every book that you read, every thing that you come across, usually has a call to action. And in this book, the author has a bold and very, very loud call to action. And the call to action is, get out of the basket of boring. Get out of that basket which is holding you back, which is making you stay in your shell, which is not allowing you to grow, develop, express yourself in a way that is empowering and a way that will lead you to many other pathways, to many other doors, to many other windows. You're not going to get there by being one of the crowd or one of the gang or one of the mob, so to speak. So you need to get moving. You need to take action. and you need to take bold action, and that action needs to be done immediately, else you're not gaining any momentum and you get stuck in that rut that you're in. Because if you don't get moving, you will diminish your individuality. As they say, you become the average of the half dozen people that you hang out with. So you've got to make sure that those half dozen people that you hang out with, that you consult, that you confer with, that you consult with, that you chat with on a regular basis, are people who are going to help you grow your individuality, celebrate your uniqueness, and ensure that you don't merge into the background and become part of the furniture. We get to the next point here, which some people may find a bit awkward and unable to accept. But the author says that you need to garner, you need to gain, you need to attract attention at all costs. Because attention, you'll only gain by being noticed. If you're not noticed, then you're going to, as we said before, you're just going to blend into the background and be lost in the noise of the group, of the crowd. So the author sort of suggests, I don't know how right this is, but the author suggests that opportunity, people, wealth come by gaining attention and being noticed. And he suggests that you create your own signature. So you stand out and you create your own brand, your own signature. And it'll be brand you. So think about it. You need to set out and create your own brand, your own unique brand, which enables you to stand out from the crowd, be recognized, be acknowledged, be respected, be loved, and most importantly, to not be ignored. So how do we do it? How do we brand? How do we brand ourselves? How do we stand out in a world which is overcrowded with noise, with confusion, with social media, with everybody now vying for attention? Well, he says that the way you stand out, the way you brand yourself, is to identify what's unique about you and to consider branding yourself through association, by associating yourself with a product, an idea, an energy level, something which is special, which is unique, and which you enjoy and you can relate to. The second way of branding yourself is through acknowledgement, is by getting people acknowledging what you're doing, your efforts. So don't be shy, ask for referrals. Make sure you get people to talk about you in a positive way, in a way which enhances your reputation and doesn't make your branding be muddled or confused or tainted. But the most important thing of all is to brand yourself through achievement. Now, you can't brand yourself by doing nothing. To stand out, you've got to be able to have some runs on the board and to have some significant achievements that people A, look up to, and B, would love to be able to emulate and to follow in your path. So you need to build some skills. You need to train. You need to do whatever you need to do to create some notable achievements. And once you've got those achievements, then you need to call them out. You need to point them out, call them out, and shout them out so that everybody knows and can associate you with that achievement, and hence create a basis for an awesome brand. And the last thing that the author talks about, and something that very, very few people think about, is to author a book, write a book, create a Facebook page, create an Instagram following. Do whatever you have to do to be out there and I guess in people's faces is a nice way, or a direct way of saying it. Not necessarily a nice way, but a direct way of saying it. Because the goal is to command attention and to be perceived as being an authority, a leader in your field. And when you write a book, people perceive you as an authority. It's just funny. It's just one of those things. Anybody can write a book. All you have to do is just sit down, start writing, create some chapters, and start writing a book. And then you'll get somebody to go through and check it and proofread it. It doesn't have to be a big book. It just has to be a small book, a catchy book, any book. But by authoring a book, putting a book out there, people will perceive you as an authority, and you'll create wow. It's simple, it doesn't take much, and it's no big deal, especially these days with computers and the level of education that people are at. You can talk about anything because you're going to find people that are going to be interested in whatever you're saying. The goal, though, the important thing, though, is in order to create a brand is that you need to be transformational in your engagement with people. You need to help people grow, develop, and change, become better versions of themselves, as opposed to being transactional. How many people do we come across in our lives who are just transactional? Very binary. You give 1 unit, you receive 1 unit, and you don't feel a connection, you don't feel any growth, development, you don't see them as being partners in your growth and development, and you don't see yourself being a partner in their growth and development. It's just very, very bland, it's just very transactional. So that's another thing to consider, and another call to action, to be more transformational in your engagement and your connection with the people and your surroundings. And you need to start with you. So you need to change and improve your perception of yourself. Because once you change, once you alter the way you see yourself, then the world will change the way they see you as well. So it needs to start from within. And another thing that comes out of this book, which is on theme and on point, is that you need to become a storyteller. Your brand needs a story. And you need to do whatever it takes to learn how to become a storyteller and to just tell stories at the drop of a hat. One thing I enjoy most from Jim's 5am Club is it teaches me and it allows me to grow and develop and enhance my storytelling capability. And I welcome anybody else who wants to embark on this sort of journey with me to consider starting their own vlogs and just hitting the pavement and just chatting away and talking about whatever they need, whatever comes into their mind and whatever they're good at. I guess the important thing is that we need to master communication through both speaking and listening. It's a very, very important point to all the young people that communication is a two-way process. You need to be good at speaking but you need to be equally, if not better, at listening. And one of the keys to communication, from what this author is suggesting, is to use fewer words. People who blab on over and over again and just talk and talk and talk and try and say the same thing in many different ways lose their audience. So the key is to try and use fewer words. And then it's a mindset. And the mindset that the author suggests is that we need to learn how to communicate and cooperate rather than try and control the people around us. And the bottom line for all of us is to become unforgettable. Unforgettable. And I guess the interesting thing is that it's a tricky sort of thing, isn't it? To become unforgettable, but in a good way. Now, we have a lot of people in our lives who are unforgettable for the wrong reasons. So it's a balancing act to get involved, to be part of a social circle, and to be unforgettable in a positive, beautiful way. Anyway, let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, let's take some lessons out of this wonderful book, Master Your Wow, and build a brand called you, and make the most of everything that you stand for and who you are, and enjoy the journey. And most importantly, don't blend into the background. Gain attention, attract attention, and create your own signature so that you too, one day, like a lot of other authors, can author a book and be known and respected and not be ignored. And that's about it. Anyway, take care. Thank you very much once again for joining me. I look forward to coming to you again tomorrow from a different location, hopefully, but with a different message as well. A message of empowerment to help us get through the morning and through the day, and to enjoy the life and to have as many shared experiences as possible. Yasas from Jim's 5am Club. Take care, sasagapao, and bye for now.